In a narration found in Sunan Abu Dawood, number 4681, the Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, advised the characteristics which perfect a Muslim's faith. The first is to love for the sake of Allah, the Exalted. This includes desiring what is best for others in both worldly and religious matters. This must be practically shown through one's actions, meaning supporting others financially, emotionally and physically within one's means. Counting one's favors to others not only cancels the reward, but also proves their lack of love for the sake of Allah, the Exalted, as this person only loves gaining praise and other forms of compensation from people. Chapter 2 Al-Baqarah, verse 264.
O you who have believed, do not invalidate your charities with reminders of it or injury.
Any type of negative feelings towards others over worldly reasons, such as envy, contradicts loving others for the sake of Allah, the Exalted, and must be avoided. This noble quality includes loving for others what one loves for themselves, through actions, not just words. This is an aspect of being a true believer, according to a narration found in Jami' at-Tirmidhi, number 2515. Finally, loving for the sake of Allah, the Exalted, includes loving the things Allah, the Exalted, loves, such as the Holy Quran and the traditions of the Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. This love must be practically shown by learning and acting on these two sources of guidance and attaching oneself to the other things beloved to Allah, the Exalted, such as righteous deeds and the mosques. The next characteristic mentioned in the main narration under discussion is to hate for the sake of Allah, the Exalted. This means one should dislike the things Allah, the Exalted, dislikes, such as his disobedience. It is important to note, this does not mean one should hate others, as people can sincerely repent to Allah, the Exalted. Instead, a Muslim should dislike the sin itself, which is proven by them avoiding it, and warning others against it also. Muslims should continue to advise others instead of breaking ties with them, as this act of kindness may well cause them to sincerely repent. This includes not disliking things based on one's own feelings, such as an action which is lawful. Finally, the proof of one disliking for the sake of Allah, the Exalted, is that when they show their dislike through their words and actions, it will never be in a way which contradicts the teachings of Islam. Meaning, their dislike for something will never cause them to commit a sin, as this would prove that their dislike for something is for their own sake. The next characteristic mentioned in the main narration under discussion is giving for the sake of Allah, the Exalted. This refers to every blessing one can give to others, such as physical and emotional support, not just wealth. When one gives, they will do so according to the teachings of Islam, meaning in matters pleasing to Allah, the Exalted, such as giving sincere advice. In fact, this is an aspect of being sincere to others which has been commanded in a narration found in Sunan an-Nasai, number 4204. It includes giving and sharing these blessings with others without counting one's favors, as this proves they gave in order to receive something from others. Chapter 76 Al-Insan, verse 9.
Saying, we feed you only for the face, i.e. approval of Allah. We wish not from you reward or gratitude.
The final characteristic mentioned in the main narration under discussion is withholding for the sake of Allah, the Exalted. This includes withholding the blessings one possesses, such as wealth, from others in matters which are displeasing to Allah, the Exalted. This Muslim will not observe who is requesting something from them, instead they only assess the reason behind the request. If the reason contradicts the teachings of Islam, they will withhold the blessing and not take part in the activity. Chapter 5 Al-Ma'idah, verse 2.
And cooperate in righteousness and piety, but do not cooperate in sin and aggression.
This includes withholding one's speech and actions in matters which are not pleasing to Allah, the Exalted, such as backbiting or manifesting one's anger. This Muslim will not speak and act according to their desires, and only proceed in a situation when it pleases Allah, the Exalted. Otherwise, they will withhold and refrain from proceeding forward. To conclude, adopting these characteristics leads to perfection of faith, as they are based on one's emotions and are therefore extremely difficult to control. This control is best achieved when one obtains certainty of faith. This is achieved when one learns an ACTS on Islamic knowledge. Certainty of faith helps to direct one's intention, focus and actions to Allah, the Exalted, at all times. This will aid one in controlling the four aspects mentioned in the main narration. In addition, whoever is blessed with controlling them will find fulfilling the other duties of Islam easier. These duties consist of fulfilling the commands of Allah, the Exalted, refraining from His prohibitions, and facing destiny with patience according to the traditions of the Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. This will ensure one uses the blessings they have been granted in ways pleasing to Allah, the Exalted. This is the key to peace and success in both worlds. Chapter 16 An-Nahl, verse 97.
Whoever does righteousness, whether male or female, while he is a believer, we will surely cause him to live a good life, and we will surely give them their reward in the hereafter according to the best of what they used to do.
Over 400 free ebooks, audiobooks, infographics, podcasts and blogs available on our website, www.shaykhpod.com.